Hello, this is Gianni Crivellè speaking. April 12, 2020, April 12, 1860. 160 years later, we are here to celebrate the arrival of the Daughters of Charity, better known as Canossian Sisters, to Hong Kong. This is really a remarkable date in the history of this city that we very much love. The Canossian Sisters made a remarkable contribution to the development of this city, to the development of the society and of the church. Their contribution for the salvation of children, for their education, for those who are in need, those who are sick, and then again, especially for the education of young women. It was indeed really remarkable. Without the Canossian Sisters, the city, the society, the church in Hong Kong, the Catholic Church in Hong Kong would be very different. The expedition to Hong Kong, where the first 6 Canossian Sisters arrived on April 12, 1860, was the first mission outside northern Italy of the Canossian congregation. So it was for them really an adventure. We have to say that the first nuns to arrive in Hong Kong were women of great courage and devotion, and their exceptional achievements left an unforgettable legacy. Upon their arrival, they had a very meaningful meeting with Emily Bowring, the young daughter of the governor of Hong Kong, Sir John Bowring. Emily was one of the most admired and famous women in the colony. She had already shocked her family and the entire society of the colony when, few years earlier, she converted to Catholicism. Well, Emily, the daughter of the governor, after meeting the sisters from Italy, decided to join their order and to become herself a Canossian sister, and she was admitted in the society only 15 days later. Of course, this remarkable event was very important in fostering the good reputation of the Italian sisters in Hong Kong. On May 1st, 1860, the Italian convent school of Cane Road, that later was to be renamed as the Sacred Heart Canossian College, was inaugurated. It was the first Canossian, we can also say the first Italian school in Hong Kong. Days later, on May 10th of the same year, with the help of 2 young Chinese women, the Chinese school of Puiqing was founded. So, in less than 1 month from their arrival, 3 remarkable events marked the start of the Canossian mission in Hong Kong. In few years only, this young Canossian community of Hong Kong became a center for educational, social, and evangelizing activity. The Canossian Sisters founded an hostel for European girls, an orphanage for baby girls, and a small hospital, a home for the disabled, and a little school to receive those who asked for baptism in the Catholic Church. And then in 1868, Sister Luigia Cupis, with another 5 sisters from Hong Kong, founded a new mission in Wuhan, Hubei province, mainland China. Not without a great deal of difficulty and hardship. Few years later, in 1874, the Canossian Sisters also settled down in Macau. In 1880, they opened a school for poor children in Kowloon and started other activities for the young and families in need. The tombstones of the Catholic cemetery in Happy Valley show the premature death of many of these sisters. The first one to die was Giovanna Scotti. She belonged to the first expedition to Hong Kong, the one that we celebrate today, who died at the young age of 29. In the summer of 1870, only 10 years after the sisters' arrival, the 2 women who were most influential in founding the Canossians in Hong Kong, I'm talking about Mother Superior Lucia Cupis and the young Emily Bowring, aged only 37, died. Despite their very different social backgrounds, they deeply respected each other. A lot of Chinese girls and women entered the Canossian Sisters. In 1929, the Canossian Sisters founded the Kenosha Hospital in Old Peak Road, where it is still located. The original building was destroyed during the Second World War, and then the hospital present structure was opened in 1960. Now the hospital is managed by Caritas Hong Kong since 1991, but the name has not changed. Canossa Hospital, a name very familiar with many people in Hong Kong, especially within the Italian community. Many of us might still remember them, especially Sister Gamba, Joe Gamba, who was working in the 70s, 80s, and 90s in Hong Kong Hospital. Bishop Lorenzo Bianchi of Hong Kong asked all religious orders, and especially the Canossian Sisters, to sponsor new Catholic schools. So the Canossian Sisters responded by opening more than 20 new schools all over the territory, especially to assist girls from poor families. We have numerous very famous Canossian schools here in Hong Kong, starting with the Sacred Heart School in Kane Road, but then we have St. Mary's School, St. Francis School. 160 years later, Canossian Sisters are still here in Hong Kong, serving Hong Kong society, Hong Kong young women, Hong Kong church. Most of them are Chinese, which means that they have become part of the local community. Among the few Italians, I would like to mention Sister Anna Viganò for her great contribution to the Italian community. We are very proud and very grateful to the Canossian Sisters along this history of 160 years. And also we are grateful to the present Canossian Sisters, their superior. Their contribution is really remarkable. We are very proud that this congregation, Italian and Chinese, are part of our community and keep serving the Society of Hong Kong. We wish them to continue for many years to come in this service, in the educational, in health, and for the service of the poor and the needy in Hong Kong. Happy anniversary, dear Canossian Sisters in Hong Kong.